Okay, I'm going to show you how to do partial fraction. That means how to break down this fraction into a few simple fraction, simple form of fraction. Okay, like for example, this one, you look at the denominator. There are two factors here. So we can break down into two. Okay, and then you look at uh, the first fraction. Okay, the top is a constant, a is a constant, a, b, c are constant. So why this one is a constant and the other one is a bx plus c? Okay, the reason why is because when we want to break down into a partial fraction, we always make sure that the numerator is one order lower than the denominator. Why I say one order, also called one level lower. Okay, you look at the denominator. The highest power is 1. The x is to the power 1. So the top has to be maximum x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is a constant. Okay, and this one, the denominator, the highest power x is the power 2. X to the power 2. So the top has to be x to the power 1. And then you go all the way to constant. Okay. Say for example, if the denominator is x cubed instead of x squared. Okay. So what happened to the top? The top will be, because it's one order lower, so it will be x squared. So I'll have bx squared plus, say, cx plus d, all the way to constant. You must go all the way to constant in descending order. Because if, say for example, the highest power is x to the power of 4, say just gives, I just make up an expression. So the top will be, one order lower will be, in this case will be bx cubed plus cx squared plus dx plus e. Okay, must be in descending order. Okay, you can't miss out any. It has to be from x cubed, x squared, x, and then x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is 1. Okay, so this is x squared, x to the power 1, and then x to the power 0. Because x to the power 0 is a constant, is 1. Okay, so in this case, x squared plus 9. So one order lower will be x, and then all the way to constant. But how about, okay, just to give you more information about, how about if I have something, say for example, instead of 1 minus x, I have 1 minus x. And then if I want to, say, give this square, so how to break down into a few small fraction? Because this is the highest power, in this case is a square. So in this case, we will do it as a repeated, so-called repeated root. Sorry, this one square. So if this square, then you have 2. Start from 1, 2. And then you look at the inner bracket. The highest power is x to the power 1, so the top is a constant. This one, the highest power is also 1. Okay, say it's 1, so the top is also constant. And this one, the highest power is 2, so the top would be cx plus d. Okay. If it's a square or cube, if it's cube, then you have three of this. And the top is still based on the inner power of the x. Okay. Say for example, I have, just to give you one more example. Then we can break down into 4 fractions. 1 minus x plus 1 minus x squared plus 1 minus x the power cube plus x squared plus 9. Okay, so then you look at the inner. So the highest power, the highest power is 1, so this is a constant. The highest power is 1, so B, C. And then this one, we try not to use the same letter, so use dx plus E. Okay, so this is how we break down a so-called a more complex fraction into a simplest fraction, a few simplest fractions. Okay, so for this case, we can break down into 2. Okay, so 1 minus x and x squared plus 9. So the top, you look at the inner bracket, the highest power is 1. So the top must be constant. You look at this one, the inner bracket, the power is 2. So the top must start from x to the power 1 and then all the way to constant. Okay. So next step, we just combine the denominator. Okay. Merge the two fractions. Okay. And then if you look at these two fractions, the left, we just keep it. Left and right are equal. Okay, because we let this equals to this. So left and right are equal. So if they are equal and then they have the same denominator, so the numerator must be the same. Okay, so this is the numerator will be equals the left hand side numerator and the right hand side numerator, they must be equal because the denominator are equal. Okay, and then since left equals to right, so the next step, we just expand the expression, remove the bracket, and then collect the like term. That means put all the x squared together, x together, and constant together. Okay, so, and then we compare the coefficient of x squared, coefficient of x, and constant. Okay, so x squared, left and right, left is 2, right hand side is a minus b. For x, the coefficient on the left is minus 1. The right is b minus c. Constant, left is 9. The right hand side is 9a plus c. So we have three, so-called three equation. We can find the ABC, the unknown ABC. By solving the three equations simultaneously, we can find ABC. Okay, so after solving ABC, it's not too difficult to solve the three equations simultaneously. We get A equal 1, B equal minus 1, and C equals 0. So we have found our A, B, and C. C is 0, B is minus 1, A is 1. So this is how we get our equation for the right hand side. Okay, so therefore the left hand side, this complicated fraction, we can actually break down into two small fractions, two simplest fractions. So that is the answer.